Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
I'm back,
Come back.
dude. How? Wait, wait.
I'm live
Get
now.
one?
I'm live now. It's kind of countdown, but everything here can be heard in the stream. So if it's not something you want to talk about, something and you don't want it publicly out there, don't say it. Okay? Just a reminder. Understand? Hello? Naji? Naji, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I'm drinking my drink right now.
Yeah, where did you go all of a sudden? You were saying something. You just went. You
Drinking my mom. And
okay?
she's about to leave.
Okay. Yeah. So right now, I'm officially live. So
Yeah, I
like,
know.
just
We can hear her. I know.
yeah. Basically, if it's something private, don't talk about it out loud.
No, no, never mind. I don't talk about it. Trust me. I won't get involved.
What do you mean?
I bet you watch
No,
the game.
like they showed the Rising of the Shield Hero anime Netflix adaptation. The like if you understand a little bit of the first season, you understand why they chose these specific people for this joke, right?
I'll probably be a fan like if
Well,
it's
it's like they showed that the main character that was basically accused of abuse in the TV show, and they said that the actor that plays the Netflix adaptation will be Johnny Depp.
I can imagine that.
no, but it's a joke. It's making fun of the Amber Heard, not Johnny Depp situation. Like that's the joke in this. And I'll probably try to share it later. I'll share it in funny stuff, but like it's better understood if you actually know a little bit about the anime, right?
No, turn back.
No, I'm not gonna get into it right now. I don't know it enough. All I know is that the main character at the beginning is falsely accused of sexual assault, and everyone hates him and is constantly trying to kill him after that. So like that's
anime I don't watch.
well, he didn't really sexually assault someone. She just said that because she was trying to further her own means. That's why the person in the show did that. So they made in the joke they made the person in the anime the Netflix adaptation actor the play that character. They made a joke as it's Amber Heard.
Wow.
It's better like I haven't seen the show yet, but I've seen clips and I know the controversy surrounding that anime. They're like it's basically it's like the same argument, right? Almost not quite there, but very. But the point of the joke is it's making fun of Netflix, but it's also make like a kind of reference to the case. So I'm about to start my introduction. Just I have less than 1 minute to go.
Watching someone play Wolfenstein, the old version.
You mean wait? You got the original or the New World Order one?
The new order from
Yeah, dude. Like it is very. I played the first 1 minutes of it. It is very twisted and violent in the first. At least I don't know about the rest of it, but it's you're basically fighting Nazis, and one of the Nazis catches you and basically says, "Okay, like I'm gonna kill one of you, but one of you was choose which one of your teammates dies, and I'll let the rest of you live." Right? If you don't choose anyone, he's basically giving you a stupid choice like that. Then he has the robots kill all of you, and you see all your heads getting crushed and the blood splattering everywhere.
That'd be so strange to play a modern game now. Like
that's in New World Order. They do stuff like that even to this day. They're in games like they're just. I mean, I don't care either way if it's in there. It doesn't bother me as much, but it's just personally not my taste of game.
you got that which order.
I'm saying like you should probably, if you want to get a game, just make sure if you don't like that, if you really hate when that stuff is in a game, make sure to research your games before you purchase it, not just because they're popular.
Yeah, like the ASRB waiting that people will be saying about. No, I won't point out. So.
No, that's a whole other thing. Dude, like, hold on, I gotta do my introductions. Hold on.
Alright.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Don Gamer 211 of Twitch. Welcome back to my channel. I'm streaming today back into Final Fantasy 14. I'm still a variety streamer, but I'm coming back to this game recently after being away from it a little while. And this is my first stream in a little while. I'm doing this game. So, you know, check out all my socials in the panels down below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me definitely on Twitter at the very least, because that's where I post live updates and any updates on whether or not there's a change in my stream schedule. And I do a lot of my conversation topics on there. Also, check out my Instagram. What I do on there is I post a lot of funny memes and sometimes some pictures of food. Just, you know, all stuff you should, I really recommend you check out and just check that stuff out. If you want to leave a donation, you're welcome to. It's always very much appreciated, but not demanded of. It's completely optional, but it's always very much appreciated. And if I can get enough donations, I'd like to put that money towards a new webcam, the Elgato webcam for my setup here. Right now I'm using a Logitech 1080p 1080p Logitech, Logitech 1080p webcam. It goes up to 60 frames, I believe, but it's like an older model, so like a few years older. It's not the worst camera. It's a pretty good camera, but I want to get something better than this that has better video quality. So I'm looking for the Elgato one, which is on Amazon for like $160, or roughly around that price range. But like I said, you don't have to send donations. It's very much appreciated. All it goes to is back into the channel. It's always very much appreciated, but you know, you don't have to. I'm actually trying to look in. There's actually I actually, believe it or not, on another update, my sister's trying to help me find out to get a job at a local Adams in the area, and I'm gonna try to start working there. I've been trying to get some work for a while. I applied for some places here and around, but so far I haven't really had much luck. Actually, to be more specific, to be honest, I applied for one place. Like last year, though, I had worked at a warehouse for a little while, but I wasn't up for the job. After a while, I couldn't perform to the optimal speed they required of me. I mean, I was already working as fast as I could go, and basically I figured, you know, it looked like I wasn't gonna have much time left there. Plus, it was only seasonal, so it was only gonna be a temporary job anyway. I'm looking for something more permanent. Like preferably, I'd be looking for work from home jobs, so that way I don't have to worry about not being able to get transportation necessarily every day I want to go into work. But basically, the transportation issue might not be as big an issue as I originally thought. So, basically that's how that goes. I'm looking for like a morning, like a part-time position from morning to afternoon. Oh, on another note, I am also trying to bring like a retro Wednesdays or throwback Thursdays to my Twitch channel, where I play retro video games like some SNES or NES games, some classic stuff. I didn't really grow up with the classic stuff. I did in a way, but I played them at my cousin's house. I played a couple times. He had his classic Nintendo and classic Super Nintendo, which I played like a Star Wars speeder game and maybe a little bit of some Mario, basically. But other than that, my first gaming system was a Game Boy Pocket. Not Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pockets. My mom got me. For years, she didn't want to give me any video games. She was just like, no, that's all you'll ever do. And in part, she was right. Once I did get games, I played games a lot. But I also did other things too, so I wasn't completely into it. And after I got a certain age, like older, I started like retracting from video games a little bit more and doing other stuff, like spending more time with family, going out places. So really, I guess say I've gone from like no-lifing hardcore gamer to more casual gamer / streamer, right? As you can see, I'm streaming now. So basically, I play a lot of my games when I'm streaming. I play them other times, like my Kingdom Hearts games I'll play, and Final Fantasy I'll play even off stream. But I invest most of my times in when I'm streaming, which is something I mean to change. I want to play other games. I'm also thinking about also in the future, I'm probably bringing Borderlands 3 to this platform as well. I'm gonna do a playthrough of that game. I'm played Borderlands 2 all the way through. I only played up to the first city, Sanctuary, I think it's called. But anyways, yeah, I want to bring a retro Wednesdays or throwback Thursdays to this channel, and every Thursday I play like a different maybe the same retro game, and just see if hope you guys like that. Give me some feedback back on my Twitter. What you guys think? What games you might recommend that I play? Maybe if any particular game you want to see, like Mega Man, Mario, or actually no, was Mega Man on a Nintendo costume? I think a console. I can't remember if it was or not. I don't remember. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to bring that as soon as I get the hardware and the head necessary to do that. So also, yes, I am also trying to reach 200 followers within this month. 200 followers. So if you haven't followed already, please leave a follow. Very much appreciate it. It's one of my milestones to reach 200. If we fall short, though, I can't make people follow me. It's completely up to them if they want to. I'm also trying to reach affiliate. So right now, I think I get usually on average I get about 3 at the minimum. But lately it's been like 2, but like 3 people watching. So but I guess for some reason I haven't reached affiliate yet because I haven't gone necessarily a whole month with getting 3 viewers each stream. So it's been difficult to reach there, but I really want to reach there. One day I'm going to reach partner, but that's completely up to Twitch if they want to partner me. And right now, at this time, with the amount of followers and viewers I annually get, it's probably not within realistically for me to necessarily obtain partner at this time. I would have to grow much bigger before that, but I'm hoping to get there, and it's up. And I really appreciate all you guys' support if you help me reach that point. So without further ado, let's get straight into the game. Sorry about all the talking. Yeah, joined today by Najitech Pro. He's here today again. I'm in the Discord call. I'm also looking to play games with followers and maybe in viewers as well, and just kind of build those relationships and friendships with new people. I have a Discord server. If you want to join, you're welcome to. I'll have to send you an invite though, and I'll send you via Whisper on Twitch. Basically, you'll have to go through a little bit of a vetting process to have full access to the server, like there's chats in the server, because it's a verification process just we could help verify your age, basically make sure you're not someone trying to get back in the server through ban evasion. One of our mods will interview you, interview you and then give you the verified mark, and you'll be able to have full access to do it pretty much everybody run the server. There are some rules and they're important to go by. You have to be 18 or older to join the server, though. That's an absolute must. You can't be any younger than that. We have this is a server of basically of adults here, and we make adult humor jokes and conversations all the time. So just let you know. But because it's 18 plus, just because it's 18 plus doesn't mean I tolerate the posting of pornographic content. I do not want that in my server, because that can spiral into something more, just spiral into something out of control, and I really don't want that to happen in the server. So that's another rule. So without further delay, let's get straight into the game. Here we go. So this music I'm playing by XP38. He has his music on Bandcamp, so definitely check him out. This music is made completely by him. So let's get started. So Naji,
Yo, what's up? What's up, man?
what you up to right now?
Watching, talking to you.
I know you're talking to me. Yeah, I just wonder what else you're doing.
Trying to check out my orders for Amazon.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. What'd you order on Amazon?
Screws, screws for my PlayStation Vita swim.
Oh, okay. Scrooge?
Yeah, screws. Like, screw back for, back touch, back, but,
Well, the Scrooge I'm thinking of is like the, the Scrooge, the 3 spirits to visit him on Christmas Eve.
No, not that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the tool, screws, like tool stuff.
Scrooge on Vita?
Yeah.
Screws on tool stuff? I don't know what that is. Oh, Screws! I thought it said Scrooge.
No. Oh my god, yeah.
It sounds like you're saying Scrooge, like
I talking about the mouth.
Okay.
The mouth thing, because I had to. It's just. I can't. How do you pronounce it again? Screws or
I don't know actually the proper pronunciation. I Scrooge with a G or I think a G in it.
no, the
Like
other face. Screws.
oh screws. Yeah,
Yeah, for poison beta swim.
yeah. I think it's like SCREW. I'm sorry. Strong spelling. Sorry for the viewers too. Spelling is not my strong suit. Neither is certain math. Like say I can I have trouble adding bigger numbers like 9 maybe 9 times 9. Like that's where I struggle and I probably have to use a calculator. But like anything below that is like it's more doable. Actually, I learned math a certain way, but I heard like math in recent years has changed on how you calculate it. Like some of this math we're teaching in school. So what I'm using is probably technically not correct anymore. Or I don't know. Like so I don't know. Was was my education in up to middle school, high school even worth a damn? I don't even know. Like, I actually didn't graduate, believe it or not, from high school. I didn't deliberately drop out though. My father pulled me out after my school basically warehoused me and basically didn't bother to teach me jack because of my disability. Like I have Asperger's, so I have a bit of a learning disability, and they just didn't put in a decent effort to teach me anything. So a lot of times I just ended up sitting in a class all day, either drawing or laying in the beanbag chair. I wanted to do more, but there's literally nothing that they would put an effort into teaching me, and it was unfortunate. So my dad just took me out of there, took me out of that school, put me in a special school in Connecticut where I lived there for 2 years at the dorm. And I actually liked that school in Connecticut. It taught me a lot of things about life skills and how to function as a normal member of society. So, I could still have my own place and live by myself. I was taught how to do that, how to pay the bills, how to pay my rent, how to budget my money. Like lately, though, my money hasn't been lasting, but that's because things have gone up and with inflation, and even before that, we're going up more and more. I remember when I lived back in Connecticut. This was back in 2009 till 2011. Like most, at least in New Haven, Connecticut, where I lived. I'm telling you this, Tunaji. $50 was enough for 2 weeks worth of groceries at the grocery store. Now, to even get a week around here where I live now, it's like I would get like a good week of groceries, like decent groceries for a whole week, not just junk. It's gonna cost you probably around a $70 to $80 or more, for that. Like it's nuts, and it's gone up even more since inflation. How big the inflation's been hitting us. So like a bag of Dorito chips, which used to be like $4 or $3.99, it's now $5 to $6 around here. Like it's gone up. Milk has gone up. A lot of items have gone up, so it's harder to kind of get what you need with the budget you have. You know, that's all that. But that's all the more reason to get a job. But even a lot of people, even with their job, they're still spending too much money, and it's not their fault. Like, inflation's gone up. It's making it difficult to afford things. It's some serious stuff going on. Like, and then there's the baby formula shortage. Apparently that's been going on for a while though, but it's only gotten increasingly worse, and now it's reached a point to where it's gotten more critical, and that's why you're hearing it in the news. And
hospitals.
I don't know about the hospital situation, but I know that the baby formula in stores is like a lot in some places is not there because of a shortage. And the problem is the government knew about this. They knew about this problem for months, yet it seems like for some reason they were unable to address the issue or didn't bother to address the issue. But honestly, it might be that they didn't bother. Like I've heard the argument made that a lot of these people in power, they're not actually seeking to better the country. Some of them are, but some of them are really seeking to kind of break down this country system because they're trying to rebuild it as a whole different kind of nation with different laws, I think. And like in not these I heard the argument that these new way of doing things, this new system is not because people might be saying, oh, it's going to be better, but the direction they're going is clearly not going to be better for the betterment of mankind in this country. Like, yeah, it's kind of obvious. If you pay attention enough, you start to see some of the stuff they're doing, and like some people say, oh, we need more. Like people don't say it so much, but they believe in maybe more government having more power and control over things, so they don't have to worry about you haven't necessarily handled it all. But that's not good because think of it, like how many times does the government get held up and they can't come to agreement on anything? How are they going to manage all our lives if they can barely manage themselves and our lives as they are now? Like that's the problem. Like it doesn't work, and it doesn't work in the way that people are hoping it's gonna work. Like, so that's a and right now I'm not talking about necessarily. I live in the United States, so I'm talking about how things like people have some to push for certain things like socialism in this country, right? I'm not talking about necessarily other countries. I'm talking about this one specific. Right now, so as far I read only a little bit of knowledge on that subject, so don't call me an expert. I'm not an expert. I'm just giving you my personal thought process on what I've heard and my observation of things. So there's definitely stuff I don't know, but I just know a lot of these systems that people want to implement aren't as good as they pretend like they are, and the people that go along with them are not. I'm probably really unaware. Or think it's somehow going to be different if we utilize it a certain way, which it might look good on paper, but in actual practice, it doesn't work out well. Okay, what, Najee?
So I say I'm thinking about my Vita. My PlayStation Vita, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's how people use PlayStation Vita now. Still use their Vita to do other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about it yesterday, and I might still put my PlayStation Vita to the.
Yeah.
I might still play it, you know. I was like PlayStation Vita is still it's the device I got, and my Steam Deck's still coming out in the fall. So listen, the Vita, you have your Vita on you, right, bro?
Huh?
You still have your PlayStation Vita on you, right?
I still have my Vita. Yeah.
You still play. You still play it. Right?
Rarely, every few months, man, I might open the plate for a little while, then I'll shut it off. I got the Vita a while back. I think I really like it, but after a while, this is before it became a legacy console and they stopped supporting it. There was like not a lot available to it that was really good in terms of games at the time, and the way they just marketed it was like it didn't end up taking off as well as they'd hoped. I could see like it had a lot of potential, but it seems like its potential was wasted, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I still have it though. Yeah, hold on. Remember, I'm reading something. Wait, I know you. We met Gogana. You're the stone cold killer I asked to look after the love of my life. What's that look for? Surely you hadn't forgotten me. You and me, we had a moment, a connection, not like the one I've got with her, of course, but I know I left an impression. Creepy little bastard who smells like cheese and fall Nashu and Kagani after stalking her for over 5 years. Hold on, frankly, considering how many blows to the head I've taken, I'm lucky I haven't forgotten my own name. I'm gonna use that one. Head trauma notwithstanding, I'm still offended at the very least. Surely my love for my sultry muse, my innocent and pure and not at all creepy adoration for the totality of her existence is the kind of thing that would stick in your memory. But enough about me. This is about Miss Nasu. Ever since she got sucked into that weird portal back east, I've been scouring the world for any sign of her. I was this close to giving up, but then not huzzah! I found her here in Razahan. Normally, I'd be happy to get back to playing the silent, invisible guardian, but she seems pretty distressed by the plight of her inspector's friend. He's here too, but laid up and showing no signs of waking anytime soon. My Nashu has been cautioning all sorts of medicines in hopes of rousing him, but to no avail. I mean, I couldn't care less if he kicked the bucket, but I hate seeing her like this. she's liable to work herself to death. So what say you? Will you deliver my dearest Natsu from her plight? You'll find her over at High Crucible, no doubt, slaving over an Almavic. And what's that? I'll get back. And what's with that? I'll get back to cheering her from the shadows. You too, I guess now go quickly and save my beloved. That dude's a stalker, bro. Okay, Naji, would you want to say something?
How does handheld gaming evolve since you play devices? How does handheld
All
gaming
I
evolve?
know is like Nintendo's handhelds are more popular than say, are very popular, right? Probably the most popular. PSP was good though. I like the PSP more than the Vita actually. I just don't really. My discs don't really work. They'll work on it, but I haven't played I don't think my PSP works anymore. So, but Nintendo, my understanding in the popularity is leading, uh, uh, and it has been leading for a while. The Vita didn't do too well, so Sony hasn't made another handheld in a while, and I don't think Microsoft. As far as I saw, my understanding, did Microsoft make any handhelds actually, or I don't think they did.
No, I never did. They almost did, but no, I never
No, they
did.
seem to stay out of that. I mean, I'm assuming eventually they might, but they're not actually. My understanding is they're not really known for their handhelds. And PlayStation has success with the Vita. There's a lot of good games on that, but beyond that, like the not with the PSP. Sorry, the Vita had potential, but it just like there were some things just didn't work too well. Like I know a lot of times I felt like their memory cards. The most basic one we could get was 5 or 10 gigs, and it
Yeah,
wasn't.
for two.
And it wasn't enough. Yeah, and not to mention the memory cards were also always like ridiculously priced.
Yeah,
Like
we get a low version, a higher end version.
I
Well,
only ever
yeah.
had the 5 gig, 10 gig versions. I had the ones that came with the system. I never got the more expensive ones.
Well, I got 32. My Vita, my storage
I
to
could
this
probably
day.
buy it on Amazon for like cheaper at this point. I don't know. Let me look. I'm gonna
Oh,
look right.
64.
I'm gonna see.
Oh, 64 gigabytes on Vita.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can buy one on Amazon. Let me see what the price is for it though. It might be so expensive actually.
I can imagine.
PSV
Okay.
Vita cable grip memory card. Let's see. Okay, this one is for 16 gigabytes. It is $16. This is 32 gigabytes. $26. What's the biggest? 32?
Dude, 64.
64?
32.
Okay, 64. Wait. What is for PSV? This one is 64 and it's $181. What the fuck?
It came out in Japan first.
Yeah, this one's $181. I don't know why that's. Oh, this is another one. Here's another one. 64 gig. Oh wait, is it a real one? Yeah, that's one. Yeah, here's a 64 gig original 64 gig high speed memory stick Pro 2 Mark II accessory.
It's a PSP?
No, that's a camera memory card. Never mind. That's not for Vita.
Yeah. Yeah.
PSP accessories. I could probably get the 32 gigabytes. Here's a 64
Yeah, this
gig.
one's much better.
Oh, let's see this one. Yeah, I'll probably get the 32 gigabyte 60, but the 32. Hold on. This one's $26, but this is a PS Vita memory card. 56 gigabyte. Oh, this one's this one works with Gigastone Gaming Plus Macro Memory. Okay, I don't know what this. I don't have time to do all this memory, but I could probably get a decent one for better price than it used to be.
Oh, you try Joe Gamer?
Joe, I gotta try. I want to go out to Joe Game. I'm actually looking for a different thing in Joe Game. I'm not gonna get the Vita memory card right away. I'm actually looking for a what are those kind of Nazi maybe no what are those kind of consoles that can they have inputs for more for like newer TVs like HDMI, but they can play but
Converters?
no, not converters. No, they can play classic NES or SNES games, and
Oh,
they're I can't remember what they're called.
what? Retron 5, Retron consoles, like Retron 5, like Retron 4, Retron 5 kind of great consoles.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I don't know. They have some. They have like a they have a brand that's that can play both on Amazon, but I don't know how good it is. I think it's made in China. I just want to make sure it's not like a really cheap quality Chinese knockoff console that only can play some games, but mostly not support a lot of others. Right? I want to see if I can buy it local at Joe Gamer before I can and see what price it is before I consider the Amazon purchase. And I want to do that in the near future. Bring a retro day gaming day to my Twitch channel.
Cool.
Like play classic Super Mario World and maybe is Mega Man on Nintendo console, classic Nintendo console, or was that only for like Sega Genesis?
Uh, but all consoles.
Yeah, but which one? Nintendo, Sega, what was it for?
Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and
Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking about classic. Basically classic games like Mega Man, Mario, and so I'm thinking of like being
which
like
one?
I want to do a retro Wednesdays for my channel. So
Cool.
yeah, so that's yeah.
How you gonna play the game with other
I
people?
gotta no, not playing it online. That's not how it
Oh,
works. I'm getting um a type of retro console, one that can hook up to HDMI. I know they exist. I've seen them. Um, and I want to basically do that on a stream in the future. So right now I'm not doing it right now, but in the future I want to eventually bring that. The first thing I want to get this month though is some LED lights, more LED lights for my room, and line it up all across up top the ceiling and around my room. I get a long enough one. And after that I'll focus on retro day. You know. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna talk to
what do
this
you want?
character here. Huh?
Okay. I'll listen. I'll move my mic. Okay, okay. I'll be back. Okay.
Okay. That should do it now. Take this medicine and. Oh, really? It feels like it's been forever. So definitely less than a year. Sure. What brings you to Razahan and join the Spider Adventure, perhaps? Then you heard it. Then you've heard it's true. Inspector Hillbrand's gone into hibernation again. And wait, you're giving me that look. The one that screams what about the whole weird portal business. Alright, since you silently asked. Go. So back at the Ruby Sea, remember how Greg had doused with Dude Prism and was forced to risk us all far away? How that strange rift then opened up, which the inspector then got sucked up into. How it followed, how now, and how I followed him after that. Well, after that, we all ended up in this bizarre place. Couldn't tell up from down, left from right, all, and so we wandered, lost, confused. Fortunately, Greg came to his senses and explained that we were in the interspectral rift, and then used the same trick to bring us home. Greg himself stayed behind though. Something about a score that he had to settle. Not sure what that was about, but hey, you know Greg. Gilgamesh. Anyway, we're back now, but the rub that the Inspector Hildren hasn't opened his eyes once. And I know he needs his beauty sleep, but it's been awfully long time and we've cases to solve. I've been trying to hand an apothecary stuff thing. I can't pronounce it. If I can't make something that get him to moving, but something seems to work. Nothing seems to work. But I think we're making progress. Me and Mr. Chupacabra from the Chishoko concern. That is, you remember Mr. Chupacabra, right? Got sucked into the rift along with a former mastermind. Not so bad once you get to know him. Please, I'm to meet you once more and under less compromising circumstances. If I may correct our mutual friend, I'm Jaburka, chairman of Self-Extern. Your distrustful and somewhat bloodthirsty glare is not unwarranted, but in my defense, who among us has not contemplated enslaving the rich and powerful to bend the world to their whim? I pray you forgive me my poor joke and allow me to assure you that after wandering the interdimensional rift for the sisters only know how long I am changed man. Naturally, I understand that words alone would not suffer the absolute absolve me of my sins. Thus, since my return, I have operated a humble apothecary that caters to the needs of one and all. Furthermore, I made arrangements for Miss Nashu's workshop. Rest assured that I will spare no effort in helping to see Inspector Hellman awaken, return to health. And with that, if you would excuse me, I must see to other business. I wonder if he's the reason. I wonder if he's the reason he hasn't woken up. Yeah, that look in his face. Isn't he the nicest ex-villain you ever met? But that's right. I just had finished my latest medicine. I got high hopes for this new recipe. I suppose I ought to get a look at the wonderful man himself. Medicine might not do us any good. I mean, by all means, the inspector is resting in the room, up and awake, or asleep. I'm sure he's awake or asleep. I'm sure he's enjoying your company. Let's go. Gotta use the Etherite crystal. Fastest way to get to where I gotta go. Otherwise, I gotta go on foot. Here we go. There he is. Isn't this room nice, Master? Chupacabra's taking care of everything, even paying the rent in full. Oh, but I'm distracting you, aren't I? You need to concentrate while you examine the inspector. Yes. Study the sleeping inspector, Hillbrand. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Instructions examine in more detail. Wow, this is. Why is there tension on this button here right now? Rugged features Bella what is closer glance since the mane of a cultured gentleman. While he is still breathes, he appears to be locked in deep slumber. Rippling muscles possess impressive strength, while smooth skin suggests that only on the rarest occasion does this man resort to violence. Probably his limbs are stiff and cool to the touch, as if the blood runs cold in his veins. The different buckles of the stylish footwear are designed unique to House Mandeville's. These shot shoes would almost certainly fetch a fortune in the market. That's weird. The tension, the control is unnecessary. That's I think it's a haptic feedback or something. That the tension thing. That shouldn't be that. That shouldn't be there for that. It's weird. The Inspector's condition is disturbingly reminiscent of the Scions who were summoned to the first in time. Huh? Oh, finished already? Any theories to what's going on in the Spectre? He might have summoned to another reflection. I see, I mean, I don't. I see, I mean, I don't, but but that's what you're supposed to say at times like this. I know that much. Anyway, come on. Return his soul to his body, but where did it go and what is he doing there? Probably went to the first to become the gentleman of darkness as you do. I think he's gone to another world wholly unlike ours, but still slightly like ours. A world contrast. I see, right, so can we go there? Great, in that case, I'll leave the soul researching for you. I'm sure it goes without saying, but once you've arrived in this otherworldly world, look for a place that smells of mystery and intrigue. Chat with people there. Standard agent of inquiry protocol. Oh, and since this is the Inspector's helmet we're talking about, don't be surprised if you find him asleep or I've forgotten a thing or two. Not to worry, I prepared my traditional medicine just in case. Don't hesitate to use it. With that, I do take care of you out there. Alright. So we gotta go to the first Crystarium. Off to the Crystarium. Ah, pull the mic closer. Sorry about that, guys. Hope I wasn't too loud. Still some people here. Looks like not many players in this area. It's common whenever expansion after a new one drops and everyone leaves this place. They don't even hang around at all for any reason. Actually, even during the time expansion, they didn't hang around here much. They're always back at Limsa or the main areas in the beginning of the game. Weird, I don't understand why they do that. This is where we gotta go. I'll talk to him. Welcome back, friend. I offer you a pint, but my barman tells me that you're not here from here. So this friend of yours has gone missing. Sorry to hear that, but plenty of travelers pass through these parts. Could you describe fellow for me? Burley wears a monocle, well-meaning idiot. He was wearing a tattered suit, most like. Yes, that sounds familiar, mind you. I didn't see him myself, but I do believe one of our bounty hunters spied such a man when you were all battling the horde of spectral warriors. Coyote, come here a moment. There's someone that wishes to speak with you. Well, that someone might make it quick. There's ale going to drink itself. Ah, if it isn't Amelia's, what brings you back to our neck of the woods? Now that you mention it, I did see someone like that, but they're back there on the battlefield after you ran off to the more of hero work. At first I thought he was going to attack me like the rest of the spirits was, but no, he just stood up, struck a pose trying to scare or seduce me. Damned if I could tell. Still he was glowing and I wasn't about to take any chances, so I said, "Hey, piss off, ghost," and sent him packing. Did he die, you ask? To which I say, what am I? A Churagon? Also, I've kept my mug weighing long enough. Good luck. Back to drinking. Could it be the Warrior of Darkness? Huh. Wait. Oh, he looks like Albert. I thought that was your voice, but we convinced my ears of playing tricks with me. Well, good to see you again. Didn't mean to eavesdrop, but we overheard you discussing the renegade poser. We've been searching for him for some time now. There have been sightings in Lakeland. You see, Venard and I've been tasked with getting to the bottom of it. We've little in the way of useful information, though. All we know is that he appeared without warning and strikes a disturbing pose. He's not caused any harm if you discount the shock of a strange man gesticulating in your general direction. That is nevertheless, we're worried his behavior might escalate. Have you been tasked with apprehending the mission? Not quite. Maramila has come to track him down and have a cigarette. You miscreant. Your miscreant, I regret to say, might be. I wouldn't call him a friend per se, but I too happen to be looking for a man prone to posing. If the man you're looking for might be one and the same, why not work together between the three of you? About the better luck. It would be an honor and a great help. We just have to leave to gather testimony as it happens. Come and join us in Solon when you're finished here. We've solved the mystery in the time. Hey. What's the locals in Saloon? On Nacione, hey Nacione, welcome. This game looks so good. So yeah, dude, it's great. Like, it's fun. I like it. It looks beautiful. Yeah. Oh, you're a let's yeah. Actually, I'm doing good. Nasty. Thank you for dropping by. I've been just streaming a lot of Kingdom Hearts, and I just finished my Kingdom Hearts 3 playthrough. So right now, I'm just playing this as like almost as a form of bit of thriller before my next before I decide on when to stream next. for my next playthrough of a game. I'm thinking about Borderlands 3. But yeah, actually, we've had this conversation just a couple times. Yeah, I stream as a Lancer. My character's job class is Dragoon. This lance here, is not the is a glamour actually on top of my existing lance. My friend crafted this glamour for me. Basically, this weapon is a glamour, and I attached it to my weapon. Damn, you're a badass though. Yeah, yeah, you know it. There's people are better than me at this. Like Steve, my friend Steven, dude, he does the savage content. Holy shit, dude, he's pretty. He's even cleared stuff, that kind of stuff. But he really sticks to. He's more hardcore than I am. That's sick though. That's a good pick. Dude, yep. I love Dragoon. My favorite class is the one I mainly play as. So right now I'm trying to find Hildebrand. He's yeah, this is where we're going to go over here. Hildebrand, he's like an inspector character, but he got transported to another world. Like all his quests are hilarious. Like they're pure comedy. Look, it's a little weird humor, but it's still funny. So right now I'm looking for him. He may not have any memories or something. He's like a specter in this world. But right now I'm just trying to track him down. I gotta go to these locations on the map right here. So I'm gonna highlight one. Mad respect, man. I tried a long time ago, but I never managed to actually get the game. Oh my god, I missed the flying mounts. That's wild. Yeah, dude. Like, they made the mounts are not flyable in the Realm Reborn areas once you reach level 50, right? And in the newer areas, though, you have to hunt down ether currents in order to fly in the new areas, which was a thing before the Realm Reborn had flying. Honestly, I wish they could just I wish they could just allow for the flying without the ether currents, but I guess they don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm guessing some players like to do the ether current hunts anyway. Yeah, dude, like my mount right here is the mount I got with ordering the special edition of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. They have a special one. Yeah, mad respect, man. I've tried a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah, this game is not necessarily. Not everyone will necessarily take to this game very well. Like I know friends that don't like it, but like they like my friend, like he doesn't like this game, but he likes other MMOs. Like he's played what was that one that Asmongold's been playing a lot? I can't remember what it's called. But also he plays like Star Wars The Old Republic. He liked that one. Give players something to do. I get it. Yeah, definitely. The ether currents definitely give players something to do. So really, they're probably going to keep the ether currents from the newer areas and just keep the older areas easily more flyable for level 50, because that's where the new players hang out anyway. And you know, it kind of you transition them slowly into the more gathering stuff. Now this game was good. I used to play the Star Wars MMO too. Oh yeah. Oh, my finger hurts. I have a nail that peeled up a little bit on here, so it hurts. Yeah, this game is good, and I have Star Wars Old Republic, but I haven't played past the beginning of it yet. I got to get back into it at some point. I play as a Jedi using 2 lightsabers, but I can't play as like a Mandalorian or anything. I don't think, or bounty hunter, because I don't have I don't pay a subscription to the game, and certain things are locked behind the subscription. As far as I know, I think that's one of the classes that's locked behind the subscription. But I can play as Jedi and Sith. So you play, yeah, you play that too, huh? Yeah, I've seen there's like multiple choices, and your choices have direct consequences on the story outcome, or some things that happen in the story. Like this game is more linear though. All the choices you make don't really have a direct correlation to how the story is affected. But it will trigger like different sets of dialogue sometimes, but it doesn't change the outcome of each event. So I heard Star Wars can do that though. That's what I was told, or at least to a degree it can. Based on what I've observed, gameplays of it. Okay, let's see. Let's read this. Oh, that fellow. I saw him. I saw him the other day on the way home from Climeret. I enjoyed one too many libations after my bath and ended up wandering into the forest. On. Oh yeah, man. Just kidding. Have you, JC? Have you tried the Lost Ark game? Black Desert. Lost Ark is the one. No, I haven't played Lost Ark. It's not my type of gameplay, but maybe I'll do it someday. To really give it a shot, at least try it more personally, see if I like it. But it didn't look like something I really want to play. As for Black Desert, I play it. I just want more people to play it with. I'm barely through it. I'm having a hard time following what's going on since the story's not as linear as this game. It's like invested as this one is. It's like it seems like a lot of the quests you gotta interact with the one. Basically, it seems like the story is there, but you know, it's just it's not. It's different from this. So this one is more story driven, so it's easier for me to follow the events. And that one, it seems like it's more like just you do what you want. Those are two rando MMOs I tried this past year. Yeah, Black Desert is a nice looking game though. Like I like it, but I only have the bare minimum of inventory space right now. I agree on Lost Ark. Yeah. Najee, what'd you say?
How you been?
Oh, I'm fine, dude. I'm fine, perfectly fine. Yeah, it's pretty enjoyable, but definitely good to go in one place. Yeah. Dude, like, actually, there's a game I want to get back into playing. I want to beat the Division 2. I bought it around the time it came out, but I never beat it, and I was, like, only a little ways into the game. What deterred me from playing it, because I just recently finished Division 1, and really, Division 2 just felt like a reskin of exactly the same game with a lot of the same things you do, right? Minus some new differences, right? But I want to get back into it, play it again, and actually beat it. So, that's definitely something I'm going to get into at some point. Yeah, it's pretty enjoyable, but definitely good gun. Yeah, okay, I read that comment. I almost read your comment twice. Yeah, it's definitely good to go at your own pace, like everything's. Like, but when I first started, I was talking to my friend Najee here this, and also when I first started the stream, but I wanted to bring like a retro Wednesdays to my platform. But I want to go. I'm not gonna use an emulator to do this. I want to go out and get like an HDMI input kind of retro console, kind of hybrid console that can play both NES and SNES games. And Amazon has that, but I want to see if I can buy one local that not on Amazon that might be better than that at a place out in LaGrangeville, which is just a ways from here, about like a 40 minutes out or 30 minutes out, and see if I can get that can run the SNES games, and basically to bring that to my streaming platform. That would be way cool. Dude, it would be way cool. It sounds fun. I didn't grow up with the SNES. I didn't have an SNES or SNES growing up. My cousin did, but I only played it a couple times, and he didn't really let me play it a bunch of times. Like, he doesn't have those anymore, though. The guy broke down those constantly, threw them away. But yeah. Basically, I want to play some of those classic games and get introduced to it, because I've seen some. I played classic Mario as a Super Mario World. It was fun. I liked it. So I want to bring stuff like that to my platform, but I'll do a little research on whether Twitch, if those are issues when streaming, like does Nintendo cause a problem with that, is what I wonder. Well, that would be way cool. That would be sick. I saw there was some system models run off a Raspberry Pi that pretty much house all of those throwback on them in an emulator, supposed to be super smooth. I'll look into the Raspberry Pi thing. I've heard about it too, but let's see how much a Raspberry Pi on Amazon is. If it can really get all those games on it. Let's see, Raspberry Pi. Okay, Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi. Ooh, yeah, these are more expensive. Are these Raspberry? Raspberry. Yeah, but they're expensive. It'd be cheaper to get a different kind of one that can play the classic games, and like, yeah, the Raspberry Pi is looking expensive. A little bit beyond my price range currently. Sorry, I didn't realize how pricey they were. Yeah, dude, like, if this is really Raspberry Pi, it looks like the inside of the Raspberry Pi console. I guess it looks like you gotta buy the case separate. I don't understand how it works, why it works that way. I've never owned a Raspberry Pi, but basically what I just saw, they're like $180. Like, that is a lot of money. That's more than the webcam I'm looking at that I want to get for my setup here. Replace this camera with a better one. That's like Like $20 more. You don't have to apologize. It's fine. Like I was just looking into it. Sorry, I'm gonna talk to this guy here on before I knew. Would you believe it? The odd-looking man led me out of the forest and set me back on the road. I thanked him proudly, but he said nothing. In reply, just struck a pose and walked off. I hear that. Mad respect, man. I'm on the same wave. Yeah, definitely. You know, I think everyone has to basically consider what they can budget for. They might want like the best equipment sometimes, but you know, these are expensive and they keep going up and up. It's ridiculous. But there's a place I'm looking local that can get like classic consoles. You can get the I've seen the hybrid console there, but I think it was like 100 or something, but I'm not sure. I didn't check the price. If I can't get that one, I'll probably get the one that's on Amazon, just see a review and see how good it is. There's another person I gotta talk to. Saloon Villager. Did I see him? Yes, but I did. I was crossing through the forest and lost the lost shepherd, and on the way to deliver fish. Also oppressed him. Out of nowhere, the odd man leapt in front of me. I thought he was a bandit at first, but then he abruptly turned to the side, curled his neck, and put his fist to his head, as to say, "I don't know. Was baffled. It was baffling. I ran when I realized he wasn't going to do anything else." Yeah, but I'm looking to get like a classic. One of those classic consoles, like one of those. I want to play it. Let's see, where's the next guy over here? He's over here somewhere. Here's the person. Oh, it's a woman. Okay. Oh yes, I saw someone like that when I was picking mushrooms in the forest. He even spoke to me. I was repulsed at first of his form, but he only wanted to warn me that foul beasts lurk in the forest and then I should be wary. Contrary to appearance, I'd say he was actually quite gentlemanly. Yeah, now we got that definitely might be Hildebrand. Sounds like him. Okay. Finished questioning the locals, have you? Were you able to learn anything? That's what this person says. Thaler, his name is. And Vinar, that's easy to pronounce. Not only has the poacher caused no harm, he's even helped people. So he's a gentleman, a suspicious one, something of a contradiction, you might say. There's no reason to doubt we've heard. Everyone seemed to encounter him in the forest, the lost shepherd, right? Then that's where we'll look next, shall we? So Oni, how have you been lately? If you've done some streaming, I'm sorry if I haven't come by to kind of show support. I just, well, especially like last week, I was taking a break. Have you been streaming lately within that time period between now and then? So like, what have you been streaming? I'd like to hear about it.
Oh, go on.
Okay, here we go, cousin. Hey, bro, you don't have to worry about that or mentioning life hits, and I understand the entirely. I go through the same thing pretty often. Oh well. Actually, well, the reason I took a break, actually, it wasn't anything serious. I just needed some rest. My sister and my friends were suggesting it because I was feeling tired like a lot in the morning. It's like and like tired all throughout the day, so I didn't really have the energy anyway. So I took the time to just catch up on some sleep. I still posted on Twitter, but I watched a few streams here and there. But mostly I wasn't streaming. I was just taking a break from this to kind of get some extra rest. But yeah, sometimes life can hit you pretty hard. I've gone through some stuff myself. Let's see, I lost a father back in 2012, and several other family members, a grandfather, an aunt, and a cousin. Like basically all within the same year. It was rough. Yeah. Sounds like you made a good move. You're definitely better than I at social media. My condolences for your loss, my man. That's hard. Dude. I think everyone's been there at some point. If they haven't, eventually it's a point we all reach where we end up losing loved ones, and whether it's become the age, or a lot of times it's just sometimes it's illness, especially in light of recent events, what's going on in the world right now. There's that's claimed a lot of lives. I actually lost another cousin recently, like a year and a half ago. She had the virus, but she's kind of heavy set too, so it hurt her chances even more of survival, and she ended up developing complications as a result of that, and then she ended up dying. She left a son behind, which I think the last time I seen him was like 18 or 19. Dude, like he's also heavily autistic, so I'm worried about him. Like it was hard to break the news to him, to tell him that his mother had passed away. Like right during the time she was like in quarantine in the hospital, we couldn't visit her, and we couldn't break him the day of it happened. We had to tell him the day after. And damn, man, stay strong. You're tough, my guy. Yeah, loss is never easy. It is never easy. Like sometimes you don't cry right away. Sometimes it might be a while. Like when my dad died, I didn't cry right away. I was just kind of in shock, and I didn't think too much about it after a while. But after like a couple years, a year after he died, I was watching an episode of Futurama, which basically showed Fry's father. His father basically explained to me, I know I put you through all this kind of crazy stuff, but really I'm just trying to prepare you for something in life, for things that might be so inconceivably ridiculous, even I can't handle them. That's how he says why he kind of puts him through some of that stuff. He's trying to prepare them, which reminded me of how my dad, like if we're working together, he make me do things the way he wanted it done, and he handled things a certain way just so I'd be prepared to handle life's trials and tribulations as best as he could prepare them for me. My mom is actually still around. She's actually downstairs right now. She's still around, but yeah, it hit my family really hard to lose my dad, my uncle especially. Like, dude, his brother. Oh my god, like there was a split in our family for a while. But my dad was trying to fix it. He was spending a lot of time with my uncle, and my uncle was glad to be in contact with my father. But when the night he died, it was a shock, and like he started crying. Apparently, he was like, his family was worried about him because he was in a bad spot with his sadness. Like they're worried they had to put him in the hospital because they kind of to mentally handle and keep protected what he was going through. It was awful. It's rough, and the whole family when you lose a loved one like that. Like his heart, he just died. My mom came upstairs and I heard screaming. She found him in his bed. He just died in his sleep. And he was like, I think he was like, pretty sure he's 58 years old. 58. He wasn't like in his 70s or anything, or 60s. Apparently, the doctor says his heart just stops. Like, my mom says he didn't have any heart condition, but some doctors say sometimes the heart just stops. It can happen. Well, maybe he had a condition that we weren't aware of. It's hard to know. We didn't do a biopsy or anything, autopsy or anything to determine. My family didn't want to go through that, so it was hard. That's so insightful. A great trait to keep in mind too. I'm happy you here, and I get to see you stream fam Friday. I'm always thankful to have you hang out. Oh well, thank you. So it's scary. My father just died I remember when he came in that day, he seemed fine. He just, after a few hours, he went upstairs, laid down like he always does, and this time he just didn't wake up. It was what, Raji? I'm talking to someone in the chat.
Oh, sorry. I'm here.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to let you know I was talking to someone in the chat. I thought you were confused of who I was talking to. I'm talking to a streamer that I follow. He's actually associated with another server I'm in. He's a good guy. He's given me a shout out multiple times. Thank you for that, by the way, Oni. I'm sorry throw you off. No, dude, you're not throwing me off. I went into this conversational, man, and just talk about stuff. I like to talk with viewers and friends, so I'll talk about stuff like this sometimes. Always bothering, man. Always brother, mad love. Yeah, always brother, mad love. Thank you very much. Well, I'm gonna progress a little bit through this story a little bit here, just for a minute. I'll get back to talking. Well, here we are, but how exactly are we supposed to begin our search? These woods are all well woods. Of course, yeah. Got a plan? Do you? Far be it from me to doubt the warrior of darkness. Show us what you've got in mind, and we'll back you up in the best of our ability. Okay, there's something we're gonna do. Perform the Manderville. Perform the Manderville Mambo. The dancing. Hopefully this kid's gonna come out.
Spider-Man is a homecoming.
No. Hey, Najee, have you ever seen Japanese Spider-Man?
I did. I saw the episodes like
Like he was just like a Megazord, like down.
he grabs he guns out to me. Yeah, that's not so bad. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, dude, he use guns too. Like fucking crazy. Hark, what familiar gentlemanly gymnastics are these? He... Oh no, is he turning into a Sin Eater? Light Ward and the Forgiven Gentleman. Oh, I have to fight him? Why does he have wings? On your guard, it's a Sin Eater. No, wait, that's no Sin Eater. It's Hildebrand. It's the Gentleman of Light. It's Hildebrand. Hildebrand, who is this Hildebrand of whom you speak? I am the Forgiven Gentleman, devourer of sins, light ward extraordinaire. You're not a sinner, you're Hildebrand the Gentleman Inspector. I might occasionally moonlight as a zombie overlord, but trust me, you're a Gentleman Inspector. Oh jeez, he thinks he's a Sin Eater?
I didn't know what.
No, it's something in the game. Inspector, Senior. Your acquaintance with this gentleman? Alright, then clearly your friend has been through a lot, but still, how did he get in his head he's a senator? Is there no way to bring him back his memories? Maybe beat him up, yeah, and get his memories back. Supposedly, were you still trying to? Were you still trying to save him, right? Oh my god, this is so silly. A ball with an explosive? What? This is funny. Yeah, I guess you get a knock on the head to help him remember. Hopefully this works. Wicked White, we've killed him. I figured he was a Sin Eater. Ah, St. Melius, I regained myself, resigned myself to not choose. Resigned myself to not choose urgental mythology, but you too, my brutish friend. But never mind that, I do not recall the world being quite so purple. Previously, I was with Natsu and Greg wandering the bizarre, shadowy realm known as the Intermittent Rift. Oh. Oh wait, they all have the echo now, I forgot, like, they all? Wait. Hey bro, I'm at work right now, going back from... let me read you. This thing is... My phone went off. I'm going back from break, so I'm gonna lurk for now. Keep doing what you're doing, fam. Alright, dude, yeah, work's important, so... but thank you for dropping on by and making time for that. I appreciate it. And you're welcome to lurk, as long as you want to. I'm going for probably another 2 hours or more on the stream. Okay, what am I? Who am I? Oh wait, did he hit him with the hammer? Is that what happened here? One of this is what happened.
I'll be right back, okay?
Alright. That sickening light, that aggressive posing, I know what you are. You're one of them, aren't you? What you need is a good old-fashioned Dwarven decking. Pissed off ghost. Jeez. Alright, let's see this. Pain Eater? Oh, this is crazy. Oh my god! He scared the Sin-Eater off. Run for your lives! It's a Sin-Eater. A Sin-Eater? My god. I'll be damned. I saw a vision of the man's past. No wonder he became convinced he was a Sin-Eater. I saw it too. It was quite possibly the most ridiculous memory I've ever glimpsed. Answer me, my faithful assistant. Where are we? What's purple? The first what? Are you telling me we've somehow traveled into an entire different world? Good gods, to think that I have transcended the very boundaries of time and space, but worry not, my advent. No, but ancient of inquiry inspector extraordinary will return forthwith. That's funny. Better not be the last of it. Sleeping gentleman, quest complete. Got him. I have a feel that this is not what the echo was intended for. A soulful reunion. Hildebrand is back at the full spectral brim. While I've enjoyed what time I've spent in this far-flung first that I can remember, we should be getting back to our own world soon. Would you happen to know what might do that? Restore my soul with a spirit vessel? Say no more. Your cursory description was more than enough for me to grasp the concept completely. It is not like unlike brewing. It is not unlike brewing the perfect cup of coffee, which means what task clear we require service of skilled soul someone there. Because there's a backlog. I know of a soul summoner named Splendid. I see that even in this world we rub shoulders with the cream. Let us play by what is it? I'm not sure what you're plotting to do with souls, but if you require backlog's assistance, we can help. Aye, they've aided us time and again, and I reckon they'll do the same for your friend here. Come with us to Cabin of Curiosity. Wonder how this is gonna go. Yeah, he traveled to the first as well. So easy to teleport now. I check my the stream mob move. The guy plays with shitty. But my cousin responding on Twitter, it's funny. Actually, I'm gonna go to a different. There's another one. Got that plan. Cabinet of Curiosity. Are you ready? I'll call for Balog. Babalog. I don't know how to pronounce his name. As you soul term, don't know how they were going to do this. So what, puppy? I beg your pardon, but there seems to be some confusion. Puppy? Who is this imbecile Melius? I've had the mind to make him dig a hole so I can throw him in it, but I presume he is a friend of yours. And what you? What, another of your friends needs to be sent back to the heart? Have you forgotten how complex and difficult it was to do the last time? Yet you waltzed in here and asked me this favor with the air of one shopping for a new hat. His case is no different from the others, at least. He is present only in soul as they were. Well, need another spirit vessel, of course. You don't happen to have one on you already, do you? Entrusted to you by the Crystal, you say. Huh, if only he knew how you were using it. Fortunately, I have a proxy on hand. We've been using it to treat patients at risk of transforming into eaters, but I suppose it do change the pace. This is, however, one concern in case I didn't make it clear before. The process can place great strain upon one's soul. If he is lacking in resilience, there is a chance his soul he will not survive. That is the very essence of the rest assured. That's a risk I'm gonna take after what he's lived through. It would be implausibly anticlimactic for him to die like that. Aemilius knows me all too well, I assure you, my good sir, who is most certainly not a dog. You needn't worry about Hildebrand. Yes, I get the distinct impression that the gods themselves could not kill him if they tried it, and they have. Come along then, Hilda. I can't be bothered to remember what name. 1,000 thanks. Simply point me to the soul stuff and then I'll hold it right now. The rest of you can wait here. I presume I won't hurt. I promise I won't hurt him, no matter how much I might be tempted. Dude, he pisses off everyone. You will be pleased to know that the process was smooth and uneventful. Honestly, I was hoping for more of a challenge. All you need to do is take his spirit vessel back to the source and bring it in contact with his corporeal body. He should awaken immediately with his soul and memories intact. But there's more to it than that. Is there something else Brenda and I should be getting back to our duties? It was a pleasure, Amelia's, if all too brief. I won't pretend to understand even a fraction of what happened, but I'm glad I was there for it. Till we meet again, rest assured that Sailor and I will be doing our damnedest to look after the people here in the absence. That's out of the way. Time to wake up Hildebrand. And the source. The first. No, the source. Yeah, the source. First is where we are right now. Okay, deliver the gentlemanly vessel to Nasu Razathan. Okay. Let's go to Razathan. The other question on my list is part of a thaumaturge class, and a class I never finished. I gotta level up my thaumaturge at some point in the future. Ethernet. Here we go. Hey. Uh-oh. We're back in not a moment too soon. We have an emergency on our hands. The inspector's soul is in this, you say? That's great, but we have another problem now. The inspector's body has gone missing. We went to the market to do some shopping, and when we came back, there was nowhere to be seen. Oh, jeez, I know he's up to something. I double checked that every door was locked before we left, but there's nothing. It's just someone's forced their way in. We got a case in our hands, a case of evaporating inspector. We must begin our investigation at once. Let us start looking for a witness. I think I know who took him. Obvious. Dun, 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 dun. I like the song. Did I see everyone get carried out of the house, you ask? I was too distracted with stalking to make note of coming going. Sorry I couldn't help me up. I didn't see anyone carrying a person out of the house, no. But I did see a man carrying a particularly large sack, so heavy it strained to lift it. I didn't think much of it at the time, but now that you mention it, it was a bit suspicious. What a jerk. I know exactly who did this. Gotta be him. Oh, there you are. The man says he has some vital information to help us in the investigation. Dylan, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Dylan, editor-in-chief of the XIV Truth. Your companion shared with me the news of your friend's disappearance, and it happened to know precisely who the bandit who was behind the incident, but I fear you may not like the answer, for the kidnapper is not of this star. They came from the heavens, from beyond the great expanse. They descend in curious saucer-shaped ships to study the world, our society, our buildings. What the hell? This is a lie. You shudder, no doubt, to realize to whom I speak. It couldn't be. You protest? Oh, but it could, and it is. Your dear friend Spectre has been abducted by aliens. Oh, but he'll be fine. You're sure yourself. After all, they just want to understand us better. Your poor deluded child. That they do, but to what end? What else? They might one day take over our world. I bet this is that dude. I bet it's him. What is worse, they plot to do so with the aid of collaborators, for the Charlines are in league with our world overlords, providing the aliens with vital information on our vulnerabilities in exchange for positions of power within their regime. The final days were also the work of these alien invaders, an attempt to sow chaos that the world would be easier to conquer. Leslie was thwarted, if only by dumb luck, as those that did the thwarting were blissfully unaware of the true nature of the threat. I hope the setback would discourage the aliens from coming back, if not move them to abandon their missions. But it would seem events have only embodied them, if they are indeed carrying out abductions here in Rajahan. Dude, this guy is such a fake. I know who he is. He's either that guy or someone you hired to tell a story. Even as you speak, your friend lays prone on a starlit bed in their base on the surface of the moon, where they poke and probe him with incrucible instruments as their floppy ears wiggle with fiendish delight. But I have said too much. I am continuing investigating the secret fate of our world is at stake. Unfortunately, I missed some of his dialogue. I can't believe I accidentally hit the button and missed some of it. Oh no, this sounds awful. We have to go to the moon and save the Exeter at once. I think he was a few materia short of a full mount. At least he's got the floppy ears part right. He's full mount. Huh? You don't think the inspector is somewhere getting probed by aliens? But it's not them. Then who was probing him? A man carrying a suspicious large sack? That sounds promising. Maybe someone else can tell us more. This guy's a fucking idiot. He's really stupid. I mean, Nasu was apparently that stupid because she fell for it. I mean, but we've kind of established this with past expansions and past instances with the Hildebrand adventures. But, like, come on. Really? He tried to sell that shit to me, the Warrior Light? No way. I'm not falling for it. Someone who's up ahead may have seen something. Let's ask around. This dude is like crazy. Nasser is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side or proceed to request objectives. You can leave. Okay, I know. I've seen this kind of before. So they say that every time you get a character following you. Same set of lines. Explanation. Let's talk to her. Discuss August more. Paga and his family are the nicest people. They've been such gentle eyes. They've got such gentle eyes and long snouts too, longer than anyone I've ever met in Eurasia. Yeah. Really. That's all she had to say. Expecting more than that. The man with the sack, indeed, I couldn't help but take note of him as he passed, trying to so very hard to be inconspicuous as he was. He descended to Ozaldal's path, then went over to the fountain where he met with a merchant. I believe such a hefty sack is what my mind was racing with the possibility of what it might contain. That had to be our man, right? We need to hunt him down, the merchant. Great, I gotta go around. We go this way. How quick to go around this way? Yeah, it's quicker to go this way. Just the continent. Incredible, isn't it? It reminds me of the giant statue of Lord Godbert at the Gold Saucer. The spectator XIV, we'll have to show him. What did he do with Inspector? The man with a large sack, huh? You bet I saw him. In fact, I saw him my chocobo. At first I told him to get lost, that Bird and I go way back, but so forth, but he wasn't in a hurry, so I offered him very generous. When you're in my line of work, you can't afford to get too sentimental, and now I can buy a whole stable worth of chocobos. Did you say where he was planning to go next? He was muttering something about having to get to Saltwind's welcome in a hurry. Probably why he was so desperate for a chocobo. It's a long way to go, but never mind the sack. You hear that, Amelia? We need to hit someone welcome right away. Go this way. I have a lot of side quests I gotta get out of the way in the future. I've been putting the side quests on hold for too long. Here we are, which means the mysterious man with the mysterious sack must be near. Come get your eyes peeled. Although that man is definitely up to no good. Oh wait. Maybe he's waiting for the co-conspirator, which stay aside and maybe watch happens. Uh-oh. A master Kubara, but he's especially told us he had put the evil scheme behind him. Why would he wouldn't lie, would he? The goods appear to not be worth for wear. Very well, the payment is promised. My client will please. Come out of the water. Oh no, it's going to feed. He's going to feed the inspector to that giant sea monster. It is an honor and pleasure as always, Dr. Logue. I have faith this specimen will meet your satisfaction. So this is the one said to be the strongest, most resilient in all the world, the Manderville man. None other. He was weathered countless explosions and multitude of material abuses, including the devastating suplex I myself did witness. It is even said he survived the journey to Dalmald itself and survived the lesser moon's fall from nary a scratch. Most fortunately for us, he is falling into a coma for which I assume he will never wake. You're free to do with his body as you please. Even the mightiest of warriors can't fight while asleep. Those meddlers may have gotten the better of me and my beautiful boy in the Tower of Babel. But my next child will be all but invincible with this body and mind to command. I expect bloody glorious revenge. I mean, my boldness, Dr. Lloyd, but what might I expect? The rest of the payment I have done privacy. Worry not, with the Topor gone for good, the vast fortune of House Baltros is entirely at my disposal. I shall shower wealth of loyal minions. And gladly shall I accept the spoils, Doctor, and resolve never to renounce my wicked ways, for surely this time I will suffer no confidence. No, not you, not now, but I must away. Wait, Dr. Loeb, my payment. Wake up, Inspector. Did she just throw the crystal? Oh, looks like it worked. This should wake him up. Oh my god, no! Could be the wool is no longer purple. Oh, I thought he like lose memories. Stop moving, damn you. You're supposed to be comatose, centerpiece of my glorious revenge. What is that? What? No! His self-destruct button! Is it self-destruct button? Oh, no! No!
I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm just
Well,
my mummy! I know I'm watching something, I'm reading the dialogue, it's funny.
Oh,
Jesus, after all that, getting back, he launches in the sky on a missile?
Oh, wow.
Poor Hildebrand. Oh no. No, dude, yeah, you gotta see the scene, it's funny. And now he's in space! Oh no, he's landing on the moon! Or something. No, he's coming back down, never mind. Not again! Oh, it's coming this way. Oh no. What are you doing? He's only making it worse. Is it gonna blow up? Oh my god, no! I should have kept the game music playing for this. It would be funnier. What?
Yes, I'm fine.
What the fuck is this? Yeah, I have different music played. It's been funnier to actually hit the actual music playing.
Yeah, no.
Seagull. And there's Hildebrand once again, his face eating dirt. See, is he gonna remember anything? Or is his memory gonna be gone again and hit with a head again? I say that was a rather dramatic series of events to awaken to. But more importantly, after a brief detour, I find myself in my own world once more. My most sincere apologies for causing you such trouble, my loyal assistants. But rejoice, for Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Sorner, has made his triumphant return. Are you kidding me? The aliens are real. What the fuck? Now he's gonna get abducted by aliens finally? What the? I mean, this is stupid. Good chatting, good writing. Wait, other things are being abducted too? Do we got like bird things? And he got knocked out. What the fuck? Now he's off to another world again. Wait, Inspector. I knew it, an alien abduction. And to think I would have a chance to witness one of this month's issue in the Throne Truth shall be the best one yet. Oh my god. He's right. I wasn't expecting that. And just when I thought we finally had the inspector back, off he went and then came back and then floated off again. Speaks to Nashu at Saltwinds. I know it's not the first time he has taken off to the skies without warning, but still, it's always so disappointing. So there's no use crying over flying inspectors. Let's return to Razadon. You shouldn't get used to that, Nashu. Back to Razadon again. Oh, Jesus. Would have been better with the music, but hey, it is what it is. I only have this music playing to avoid the cop try to just this music I want to listen to. So, oh, Inspector, why have you left me again, and where have you gone? No, this won't do. Get together, Natsu. The case is resolved. You should wait, Inspector. Your loyal assistant Natsu will solve the mystery of your disappearance once again. And don't you worry, Emilius. As soon as I have a new lead, you'll be the first to know next time. Quest complete. Okay, it looks like we got a cutscene coming in. Meanwhile, in Mara Lematron. They spit him out. Now he's on the moon. Oh, jeez. Yep, alien. Dude, that's creepy. He makes creepy faces. It's supposed to be goofy, but it's creepy. What? Oh, that's how it ends? What statue mud are we supposed to preach? Y'all find crime and crack in the fuck case in the fuck. Jeez. It's funny. I like this. They ran him over. See you, Inspector. Oh, geez. They even have the aliens abducting the stalker, I think. That's the stalker, I believe. Okay, so that one's out of the way. Let's see. What do I do next? That was a lot of stuff to do. Let's what's next on the list. I gotta check what's been added to 6.15. Okay, let's see. Beyond the Rift. All show. All kinds of new quests have been added. Australian. Omega Beyond the Rift. Oh, another Omega. There's a quest called Disciple World Australian. Best person PlayStation. We'll find them. Talk to this person, I think, over here. Oh, that's a different thing. If this is the one right here, we gotta do here. This is the next quest. Play this song over again. Here we go. Heartless Hypothesis. The best prediction is enjoying the refreshing harbor breeze. That's blown cobwebs away. Time to return to work. The Magota girl, cool. Goodness me, look who it is. How incredibly serendipitous that I would run into you of all people. I was part of the team which designed the Ragnarok, you see, and we've recently began the process of combing through the vessel's flight log data. The primary objective of our journey to Ultima Thule was to save our star and countless others, of course, but it will also provide us with an individual, valuable trove of information, records, and places, the events we could only dream of. Your safe return gave us much to be thankful for. As it so happens, one of those things we pulled from the log was a transmission of unknown origin, something the ship must have intercepted during this flight. We believe it to be the audio message, but even our most intelligent linguists have been unable to decipher the language. But
Don, I'm back.
yeah, welcome back. I'm just reading something. For a while there, it seems we must accept defeat. But today may be the day that we finally solve the mystery. If you were so inclined, would you care to come along Thomasine and befitting that to have one of Reinhardt's original passengers present pre-made. There we go. All right, tire gear. This way. Go down this way. And this unlocks like a boss fight, which I'm pretty sure it probably does. I'm not gonna be able to do this until I watch the tutorial, which I'll have to do the boss for another stream. I'll at least unlock it first. Oh, there you are. This is where where to meet the engineers from Garland Ironworks, who I am told potentially hold the key to unlocking the mystery of transmission. This should be alone. This should be along any moment. Excuse me. Shouldn't have done that. Sorry we're late. We've had some trouble finding the right gods. The right gods. Is that you, Emilius? That's Wedge, I think. Or is that Biggs? I don't remember. Yes, the man himself. I ran into him at the harbor, and I thought if anyone deserved to hear the message deciphered, it was Emilius Sigmund. Yeah, it's Biggs. No argument here, but bugger me if you don't have a knack for being in the right place at the right time. It actually has more to do with you than you might think, so please, stick around. Shall we pick up from where we left off then? As I was saying, we think this transmission the Ragnarok intercepted is a message of some kind, a bit in a language entirely alien to our ears. Alien being an appropriative word here, considering we received the message out in the red expanse. The origin was likely from a distant star. Unfortunately, a list of all off-world aliens is perfectly rather short. Thus, we were regained to the fact that the remaining behind the message would remain beyond our understanding. Look. Damn, look at her. It's scary. One of our colleagues, however, refused to give up. She remembered the ironworks engineers who had been so helpful in the construction of the Ragnarok and turned to them inside of a seemingly impossible problem. Do you know what Wedge said when he heard what was going on? We should have Omega listen to it. I bet it can tell us what the message means. Not the Omega you beat in the Rift, of course. He's talking about the toy that travels around with Alpha, the little model we made. We originally designed it to follow a chosen target and not much else. But I've seen it act in ways that, well, it's like it had a mind of its own. Then I got to thinking about those documents your law sent to Chief the full report of the final days. In the part about Omega civilization, it said their people discovered how to convert their mind into data and store it outside the body. Timing being what it was, I wonder if Omega didn't somehow transfer its consciousness into our model right before you put an end to the real one. So in an effort to get to the bottom of that, all as well as take a crack at this experimental, we decided to make some modifications. With help from the Labyrinthos technicians, we've upgraded our toy Omega with a fully functional vocalization module. We played the transmission Omega and I think it's ready to share. Are you there, Omega? Affirmative. If by Omega you're referring to my consciousness rather than my entire form or chassis existing inside the contrary smaller frame. Prediction: you will formulate several misconceptions. These I shall primitively dismiss based on the following facts. One vocalization module aside, the chassis remains unmodified from the design constructed by the engineers Biggs and Wedge. Eventually, its combat capabilities are be on par with mortal infant. Two mechanisms which allow me to perform an emergency transfer of my consciousness was installed in my previous body. With the destruction of that body, I rendered incapable of replacing such a repeating. Should this current metal frame be destroyed in the case of function, all cognitive awareness and presence I possess will also be lost. Because I present no threat to you on your star, nor do my projections indicate a necessary to inflict harm. In the fraction of the moment before my annihilation in the rift, I re-examined my directives. If I am to fulfill my purpose as an evolving construct, then I must continue my journey for improvements. For as long as I exist, I must acquire this heart of yours, this strength of soul. Well, there you have it, and it's not wrong about its combat abilities. It'd be more likely to damage itself than things trying to attack. But let's not forget the reason we brought you here in the first place. What about the transmission they played for you? Do you recognize the language? Affirmative. It's transmitted in Pan-Galactic Basic. Pan-Galactic Basic? A common language in exclusive usage without the worlds we have conquered. Which means you can tell us what the message said. That is the language you understand, yes? I understand it perfectly. I am fluent in over 6 million distinct dialectal callings. Blip. My comprehension in this matter, however, is conditional. Elaboration: Your chief Sid utilized the floor as part of his unorthodox filing system, which allowed me to scan and report on the final days. I'm aware that my home star, the one you call Alberon, was obliterated in the aftermath of Sir Sire and Medion's meeting. The existence of Dynamus has not previously factored into my projections, but I now comprehend the concept in theory. What fails to compute is why the Omicrons were not immune to its effects. Damage should have no influence on the race which possesses no heart. And yet, Sir expressed immediately that desire to cease existing illogical. I must pursue this anomaly further until the full equation becomes clear to me. I must analyze all the elements of the final days and deepen my understanding of the heart's intangible properties. To expedite this process, I require the external interpretation of those sections on the report which continue the parts error calculations. I request that assistance of Amelia Singman as one who has experienced the ravages of ultimate despair in multi fronts and display immeasurable heart in engineering my defeat. He is the optimal choice to fill this role. So we either agree to the conditions or we tell us nothing. I'm sorry to put you at the spot like this, Amelia. If you have the time and the patience to spare, we'd be grateful if you could humor the toy demands. As Alpha dozed off, I suppose the subject is a bit technical. Whoop. Rouse yourself, Alpha. You must listen to and consider this matter, even if I must. Well, why don't you make a trip out of it? Why make a trip out of it? Actually visit the places that has the things Omega wants to ask about. I'll make explaining stuff easier for one and help us keep Alpha awake and alert. Okay. Talk to Omega. I'm trying to talk to Omega. There he is. I see you have chosen the mutually beneficial option, logical. Setting aside the matter of Sire, there are three elements of the report on which I desire clarification. The first of these concerns the progression of the final days in Raz and Han. I recognize no pattern in those who have succumbed to transformation and those who did not. That's a bit of a trek if you wanted to chat with the locals. How about we lend you an airship? We do not require such unmodded technology. Amelia's teleportation spell is the most efficient option to longer distance travel. This passage is a model, entirely a toy, and Alpha, despite his organic comprehension, is indistinguishable from a stuffed doll. True. That is very true. Calculations we will qualify and the material possessors pick us up, and you can teleport the three of us to our destination. Flip sensors indicate we have arrived in Razathan. Objective identify factors that for resistance to involuntary transformation. Process unaltered. Survivors of the final days will display significant strength of heart. Confirming this theory will require the incorporation of live subjects where there were diagnosed as residential habitation. Understood, comma, that as our sub destination, please take a lead and subject to you. Omega and Alpha are now accompanying you. Yes, I know this. still with me, Naji? Want to please avoid stairs wherever possible. My projections indicate high risk probability of accidental slipping, neutral damage. Some inclines also increase the energy consumption 63%. Well terms for it. And we went up the stairs anyway. Almost to our destination. I have a feeling this is not going to go very well. Maybe travel, please, if you have a moment. I could use an outsider's perspective. You see, I was one of those who sought to escape the madness plaguing the world by fleeing to the moon. Not that we ever went in the end. So here I am recently returned from Charlene, except now things are strained between my sister and I since I chose to stay and I chose to leave. Since she chose to stay and I chose to leave. I asked her to help me find work. She suggests I look somewhere that isn't familiar, as if I wanted to abandon my home. And it makes me so angry. But your point is unclear. You elected to relocate to the star's satellite, thus your relative now perceives you in negative light. Your sibling's judgment is an error based on the information made available to our citizens. Your decision to withdraw to the moon was both logical and correct. Conversely, the decision to remain in Razahan, despite the low probability of survival, defies explanation. Perhaps your pathway is unfaulty. That's right. I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but I'm right, alright? Or so I'd like to think. The problem is I understand why my sister feels that way. I almost decided against going myself. Even then, I wasn't sure that leaving behind everything I loved was the right choice, and with the way it turned out, he's mad. But to the next person. Oh, hello again. You are the one who came to ask questions about Palazai. I'm glad to see you're looking well after all the unpleasantness. I remember the burning skies and hearing the screams, but truth be told, I am still confused as to what actually happened. I don't know it wasn't it wasn't unusual for entire families to go missing. Many of neighbors' houses lie empty even now. Costas' place is one of them. He had no close relatives to speak of, and I hear it was members of the consortium who came to remove his belongings. What a terrible thing to have to do. Terrible. Constant passing record in the port. Cleaning out his domicile, raiding it, the habitation seems inappropriate resources. Dear me, what a clever little contraption, but of course I'm not against making users cores that would be wasteful. It's simple that Kazi was always such a vigorous person. All the passion of those dreams and suddenly gone. I feel the same sorrow for everyone who has lost some seeming the remnants of those vibrant lives back the way in boxes. There is what I meant, terrible. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's try this person. Hey, I know you. Yes, after the beasts were taken care of, you told me to join everyone in the square. Thanks to you, I was there when Virtue gave his speech and I found out who Virtue really was. It's a shame we don't get to play like we used to, but Mama says Virtue has been busy putting the city back in order. Maybe I can work for him one day and I'll be a great man. Virtue, Midgard's humorous offspring, yes, as this child wishes to put himself at woman's command, that he might make his own contribution to society. A pattern emerges. I predict that Hades survivors are those who had invested virtues in this person's blood and became dramatic warriors. Those dragons were no match for our civilization's might. Their combat capabilities would have been underestimated. It is unlikely that would experience emotions of dread, it was or uncertainty as excluding the lesser beings of terms under stress. Dragons? I'm not a dragon. I'm not a dragon. I never ingested anyone's blood, neither. Ew. You are not a virtuous horde, so you possess no hidden means to fight off the beast. What of fear then? You were frightened? Yes, I was frightened. I just hid and hoped they would find me, at least until he told me it was safe to come out. Emilius, I require a moment to process the input. Let us move apart and discuss the findings. This is going to be a headache, I can tell already. But processing data and evaluating hypotheses against accumulated evidence. I offer an optimal analysis on each subject testimony, yet each time their responses conflict with the assessment. Without identifying the root cause of this conflict, I was unable to properly define the constitutes strength of heart. Perhaps heart you seek lies in the conflict itself. Perhaps you should continue questioning. Perhaps this matter is beyond you. Let's do this. It gives an answer to. An interesting observation: is it possible to my base criteria is in error? In which case, it is apprehensive that I continue the learning process and repair my fundamental conceptions. Next, I wish to interact with an individual who has endured similar circumstances to cause a prior to his transformation. Are you acquainted with any local merchants to deal with him? Bip, Dama, and Ramen Ferber's acknowledge a sub-destination set. Oh, by foot. Stupid, I can't use the teleporter. I teleported here. No sense. Two minutes and 29 minutes. 2 hours and 29 minutes in. I like this game a lot. Final Fantasy 14. I've been playing it lately, but I'm glad to be back to streaming a little bit. At halt mid, do not proceed beyond the defense. It is this in this body. Birds are the size of personal lethal. Thinking threat, they will peck at my caging heart searching in boxes. Once the alpha can correctly identify my absence of natural content. If only he would apply the intelligence towards maintaining a regular feeding schedule. Poor habits, adversity affects his mobility. Okay, this is where we gotta go, this way. The machine done. I'm literally touting a bird and a robot behind me to communicate with people. Crazy, man. Well, well, look at who it is. I must thank you again for your help moving around textile. Recovering from those tragic events has been difficult, of course, but with everyone pulling together, we've managed to do things on. I came with questions related to the tragedy, specifically your surviving the pilot days. Although you are similar to Kelsey in many aspects, he succumbed to the transformation. How? And you did not. Why? What is the critical difference between you and him? What? I'm sure I don't. What? I'm sure I don't know. I'm not especially brave or courageous, if that's what you're asking. Perhaps being focused on protecting our workshops kept me from spinning into a panic. So I imagine Constantly would have been feeling the same sense of responsibility, perhaps the weight of all what he invited, weight of all it was invited his demise. You were on the same mind, resolved the same purpose? Yes, your strength of heart, of spirit, was not equal in merely emulating the individual in this division, with some other factors involved. Not to interrupt this deep philosophical mustering, but do you think I could ask a small favor? There's a man by the name of Nashavan who's been helping us out here a while. He gets back on his feet. I have a feeling he'd benefit from speaking with you. Leave me to some exit. You should find him outside organizing some inventory. I got a message or something. Someone sent me something. Not this again. What did he send me? Wow. And that. What? Aren't you gotta stop sending this weird stuff? Prey trailer predators. Where you going? Send me the weirdest anime memes and other stuff. Sort of anime memes. More like something out of a hentai, honestly. Weirdest hentai I've seen though. I don't know why he thinks I want to see that shit. Okay, here we go. There's the person we want to talk to. I feel like someone's gonna get triggered by this machine here. No, that's all of our orders accounted for. Everything looks to be good quality. Comments will be pleased. You were the science. You were there. Yes, I'm sure of it. I'll never forget that day. You and your friends helped us escape from because we began changing into my beast. My own son, he was afflicted. Then the huge monstrosity loomed right over and sobbed. When my heart turning to ice, freezing in place, the satrap came to my aid, but then he too was gone. The memories ran together in my mind like flashes from a nightmare. Only the words of your comrade were so very clear. Read them over and over like a mantra. I fled for my life. You must run for their sake and your own. It all seemed so surreal, which was probably what saved me from the transformation. The truth of it didn't begin to sink in until the worst of it was over. I have not the words to describe how it felt then. The sorrow, the overwhelming sense of helplessness. I may still be wallowing in misery, if it not for my old friend John Giovanna. I'd lost my will to work, and he encouraged me with kind words and odd jobs. And now somehow I live again. I am thankful to him, the courageous Ahawan, and to you. If you see your comrade, please let them know the efforts were not in vain. You said you lost your will to work. This citizen's efforts to maintain basic life functions, yes. What changed to extract you from the stagnation to offer work from demonstrated you mean little? You mean little to one without the spirit accepted. Was it some manner of moral instinct or primal to survive to thrive? Instinct? No, it wasn't that. If anything, my instincts were telling me to lay down and welcome the end of pain. Every day I think of my boy's final moments. I think of how scared he must have been, but it must have hurt, and I went to scream and throw Rob. The thought or two still haunts my dreams. I see him being swallowed whole and jolted awake as a cold sweat. But something changed with as it came to me. I looked up and saw that even without my son or Awan, the world around me continued to turn. And because that fact grieved me so, I knew it fell to me to live on and remember them. Strange, isn't it? What drives me to risk to rise in the morning to very sorrow which once crippled me. Make it really thinking about it. No, I must really return to my work. To lose this job would after everything I just said, it would poor destiny indeed. Let's just keep you well. I was expecting the flip with this guy. Sorrow, the emotion generated by mortals when their ideas fail to materialize than I have observed. Yet when I listen to how Nova's sorrow served to rescue him from near fatal, his logic eludes me. Am I incapable of perceiving the full measure of heart properties? My best projections fail to predict our subjects' responses, and despite their almost equal occupational and motoral parameters, Dodgebana exhibited different reactions to the dynamis effect. Honestly, let's play more music. My best projections failed to predict our responses despite. Oh wait, I already read that. I am no closer to recognize the pattern of vulnerability and transformations in your ethereal moral spirit confounds me as much as it is more than you did before. Have you considered that there is no pattern to people afflicted? The hearts of others were ever shrouded in mystery. Perhaps it's time we move to the next elemental clarified. That doesn't make sense. I'll just choose that answer anyway. Blood, no pattern. Bloop, no pattern. to imply that the transformation was not contingent on the individual's fortitude, but rather a random contribution of environmental factors. Such a theory would explain the otherwise conflicting data. Very well, so accept this as an original conclusion to this part of my investigation. I do, however, accept you to continue supplementing educational heart-related means. Quest complete.
What's up, Don?
Oh, hey. What's up?
What's up? Why I missed? I was hoping
Nothing.
I'd find it. Oh,
I'm just doing the game right now.
cool.
I'm gonna do one more quest. I think this is Omega has selected a new destination. Our next destination is Camp Broken Glass. The desired elaboration of dealings between the Ishbar indigents and the citizens of Gronimald. The resort described the contingent's purpose as the salvation of the local purpose. Furthermore, both factions faced a common enemy in the temporal. Why did they immediately combine forces for their mutual benefit? The contingency requires closer. The consistencies require closer examinations. Amelius, initiate teleportation. Yeah, actually, I'm probably in my stream now. Actually, Najee, so let you know.
To go, because I mean, I haven't eaten all day. I was still on the computer, you know.
Well, I'm almost to the 3-hour mark, and there's probably a lot more of the story left. So I'm gonna complete it in my next stream rather than stop the stream in the middle of the mission and kind of basically, you know, easily lose track of where I'm at. Right? I mean, there is the quest marker, but I'm gonna keep track of the story. So that's why I'm gonna end it here on this note. And guys, I will see you later. Thanks for dropping by. Check out my socials. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Instagram. Subscribe to me on YouTube. All these things, please check them out. I really appreciate the support. And I appreciate continued support here. And just for dropping by, whether you're lurking or conversation. Thank you, Nasty Oni, for dropping by. Thank you, everyone else that dropped by over this timeline. I'll be live again. Let's see what's tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll be live again Wednesday. Give me some feedback on Twitter about what you think of a Retro Wednesdays where I stream like older games like from like before the 2000s. So thank you for tuning in. Have a very good night. Peace out. Keep it real. I am signing out. Thank you and goodbye.
Guys.
Yeah, hold on a moment. Yeah.
Cheers.